What's going on, everybody? We're back in the movie room and we have another video for you. I have the box in hand, the movie box full of DVDs. I'm going to pull out one at random and I'm just going to talk about it for a few minutes. I'm going to talk about all I remember about the movie. Might be a movie I haven't seen in a very long time. Okay, so let's get this thing open. All right, I'm going to pick something up from the front. Made, Jon Favreau. All right, let's talk about it. I think half the fun of this video, in my opinion, is not to look anything up. Because if I'm looking stuff up, that means I can look up information about this movie. So, according to the disc art, it was in 2001 this was released. Artisan Home Entertainment released the DVD. So, it's either 2000 or 2001. I'm not sure. Anyway, so this is Made, directed by Jon Favreau, starring Vince Vaughn, Jon Favreau. Peter Falk is in this movie, and that's all I remember from the cast. Anyway, so what is Made? Made is kind of a low-level gangster movie, right? So Peter Falk, I believe, plays some kind of like mafia don or leader or something like that, and Jon Favreau plays like a tough guy, and Vince Vaughn plays the wannabe, right? The guy who wants to get in on the organized crime action. Anyway, so what Made is, it's a movie directed by Jon Favreau, but what it is it's not Swingers. That's what's important. Now, Swingers was written by Favreau but directed by Doug Liman. I believe. I think that's who directed the movie. Pretty sure about that. Made. When I saw this movie, I was super excited because I was like, it's Favreau and Vince Vaughn. I didn't know who they were at the time. It was just the guys from Swingers, right? And I was a big fan of Swingers at the time when it came out. You know, the dialogue was snappy and it was a different kind of movie, you know. And Swingers was so money you didn't even know it. But Made was not money. And I don't think it made any money either. But I digress. So, what's the problem with Made? Is Diddy in this movie? It's like Sean Combs, Puff Daddy. Is he in this movie? I don't remember. Just things are popping up, and I really haven't seen this movie in 15 years. Easily. I think I watched it once or twice when I bought the Blu-ray when it was new, and I don't think I've watched it since. The most important thing, the biggest takeaway from this movie that I remember is how annoying Vince Vaughn is in this film. He is turned up to 11 as far as being Vince Vaughn. It was like, I was a fan of Vince Vaughn in Swingers. I loved like his character, and I mean, as interesting as the character in the Swingers, this is kind of the same character. He's very Vince Vaughn, but it's so much. It's unhinged. It's very annoying, his performance, but I remember liking the movie, just disliking Vince Vaughn so much that it kind of takes me out of the movie. And it's kind of cool to see Peter Falk in a different kind of role. All I know Peter Falk from was, to that point, was Columbo. I didn't know him from any of the Cassavetes movies or Mickey, Nicky, or whatever the movie, I think is the Elaine May movie. So I'm not an encyclopedia. I don't have all the information up here. I'm just going based on this movie. Alright, so Jon Favreau plays a mafia tough guy. Peter Falk plays the leader of the mafia, and Vince Vaughn plays the wannabe gangster who's trying to get into the ranks of being a gangster, but he's extremely annoying. So what I would take away from Made is don't rush out and see this. Jon Favreau made some really good movies after this. Some great classic films, and this is not one of them. Swingers is a smart movie. It's different. Favreau plays like the loser, every guy kind of thing in Swingers, and this is almost like somebody was doing a bad cover version of the characters from Swingers, and made they made this. Again, this movie was made and watched by me multiple times, and because of Vince Vaughn's character, and I'm not saying it's Vince Vaughn, it's not Vince Vaughn's fault, but the character, it's his fault, and unfortunately the character has Vince Vaughn's face and his voice, and he's so irritating in the movie, it made me not like it as much. I don't know if I'll ever go back and watch this. It'll probably still remain in this thing, in this box, and then I'll take it and look at it in 10 years when I go to do something with it. I guess when I move to a bigger house because of the movie collection. I have to build the house around the movie collection. So it's made 2000-2001, directed by Jon Favreau. Vince Vaughn is in it. Unfortunately, his character ruins the movie for me. But check it out. I mean, if you like Swingers, this is kind of, a sequel, I guess, because it's the same guys, It's not Jay and Silent Bob. It's Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn, and, they cannot recreate the magic, as they say. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about Made. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I think it's a kind of interesting thing to do. Anyway, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know that you like this movie. Put a comment thing, share it on social media. Let people know that I'm doing these videos or any of my videos. Thank you for continuing to subscribe, continuing to watch. I will see you guys next time.